And welcome back, everybody. Our next guest is a mental health advocate and blogger. Yes, a blogger. And she joins us today for a look at her work. We welcome Yana Shapiro. How are you?
I'm good, thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you for having me.
A healthcare worker and a blogger?
Yes, I am a licensed mastered social worker, and I'm always trying to raise awareness of mental health issues, and
So
I
you're blogging out
blog.
there, yes.
I'm all out there.
Yeah, that's good. How did you get involved in this?
So I actually have been through my own mental health issues, specifically anxiety, and that's what I try to focus on when I do talk about mental health issues. So there was a point in my life where I felt like I needed a community to help me. So I decided that I'm going to go out and make one and create one for other people that might be going through the same things.
And in doing so, how does that help you?
It helps me a lot because I get to see that I'm also not alone. And if I need to reach out to somebody, there's always somebody there and vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, you have psychiatrists, psychologists, social workers, and people in the business that, well, who do we go to for help?
Of course, yeah. And,
So, go ahead.
and I think the main point of this is that there's so much stigma with mental health issues and people
Yeah.
don't feel comfortable talking about it, right? So I kind of want to normalize it and remove the stigma so that people just come out and are vulnerable.
Well, how do you get rid of the stigma? Because, you don't want your job to know that you're seeing a psychiatrist or a social worker or a mental health person. How do you bypass that or sidestep that?
I think the way to do that is to talk about it. And the more people that talk about it, the more the stigma goes away.
Yeah.
And that's why I blog and I write. I'm like a psychotherapist, so technically I shouldn't be talking about myself, but I feel like I actually make more connections when I open up to people.
Of course. Let's say, well, I'm not alone, I have somebody that shares some of
Yeah.
the same experiences, and this is a person I can talk to. So you make them feel nice and comfortable.
Yeah. And anxiety is something that we kind of use all the time, and we throw this word out there, but it's more debilitating than people actually think,
Yeah.
when it starts to affect your daily life, when you can't get up and go to work, and people don't realize how serious it can be, and that's why I focus on something like that.
Yeah. Who are these people that are feeling this way? The people that just simply live in New York in the hustle and bustle of what's going on? Or they're just taking on the information age is just too much? Or people watch too much TV and watching all this bad news and fake news and this and that?
So it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, as human beings, anxiety is actually a survival mechanism that we need. So we all have anxiety, but unfortunately it becomes a problem when you're not in a dangerous situation, but your body and your brain is reacting to the
Thinks it
fight or
is,
flight
yeah.
reaction. And now you're nervous about every little thing. So the people are you, me, I'm having some anxiety right now.
Yeah.
Just everyone. And
But
New
you're
York-
fine.
Yeah,
though.
I know, I'm good.
I said, yeah, you're good. You're good.
And New York City is it's pretty anxiety provoking. There's a lot of people, there's a loud noise, there's a lot of people that would just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what made what made you want to start this is that you have anxiety and you suffered from it a little bit. You said, you know what, if I blog, I can help myself and I can help others, and in doing so, I can create the awareness. that
Right. So
there
I
is a
have-
problem and there's a stigma, but it's okay.
Yeah. And so I started a Facebook group about, I think in 2015, and it's called Group Therapy by Yana.
Oh.
And it's for women mostly. Well, it's for women. And it's kind of a safe place. I try to create a safe place for people to come and they can actually submit anonymous posts where
Yeah.
I post on behalf of them. So it kind of allows people to open up with certain things that they've never been able to before.
How do we get on that?
So you can just search Group Therapy,
Therapy.
GROUP, Therapy by Yana. Yeah. And it has close to 10,000 members, and it's for women. So I try to empower women, and you post your anonymous, or you can post it from your name, and then other members chime in and give advice.
How important is this mental health information that you're disseminating?
I think it's really important. I think that this is how people are going to get out of like that funk that some people are in, and just know that they're not alone. And like a lot of people tell me, oh, I'd never think that you have anxiety looking at me, but you could never judge a
can't
book
tell.
by its cover.
Yeah.
You don't know what someone else is going through.
When do you begin to call it anxiety? Is there a couple of days or if you're into it for a week or you're in the funk for 2 weeks, a month?
So I'll just use this as an example. So this is a great opportunity for me to come out and, discuss these things. And if my anxiety would have stopped me from coming here today, then I would consider that a problem. So if
Yeah.
anxiety is stopping you from doing the things that you should be doing in the
Yes.
world, then you should, try out some coping skills. And I have some of those if you'd like to hear.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so some things that you can do, I brought my little notes. So showing gratitude rewires your brain. So, if you have a negative thought creeping in, just list 3 things that you're grateful for
Oh,
in the
yeah,
moment. And
yeah.
I do this every morning. I wake up 1, 2, 3, and right away I jumpstart my day with positive thinking. That's one way. Exercise. I know everyone knows exercise is good, but it actually releases chemicals in the brain that make you happy. Taking deep breaths. So they say, smell the flowers and blow out the birthday cake. And it's good to, normalize your breath to bring it to baseline.
You do that with yoga also.
Yes, yoga. So exercise with yoga and breathing is great. And eating healthy, that's really important. Things like blueberries and, you can do your research what works for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
there's
as kids, you give your kids candy and
No,
sugars, they're
sugar
going
is
to
the
go crazy.
worst thing for anxiety. It actually spikes it up, sugar and
Yeah, yeah.
caffeine.
That's good to
So-
know. So where do we go for all this information?
So you could go on my website. It's Byana, BYYANA.com. There's a link to my blogs. There's a link to the group. There's a link to my Instagram, to all my social media. There's a way to contact me. And I also organize events for mental health issues. It's called Tea Talk. So it's an intimate group setting, and we'll discuss anxiety, coping skills, and then sometimes I collaborate with other professionals like nutritionists, so things like that.
Yeah, so
So-
you put the whole thing together to help
Yes,
that
I
individual
try. Yeah,
or a
for
group
sure.
of people become successful at what they do and get rid of those anxious or anxiety.
There's a
stricken
way,
moments.
there's a way to get rid of it. For a long time, I thought that this is something that I'll have to live with for the rest of my life, but the more
No, not you.
So, but the more I work with it, the more I understand that there's actually a way to be free of the anxiety.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
How do you feel right now?
I feel good.
Give her a big round of applause, everybody.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. Okay, where can we go for more information again?
Byana.com.
Byana.com.
Yeah, BYYANA.
And before we go, somebody's watching us right now, and they may have a situation or a problem. And what do you say to them? Hold that camera right there. You can have it.
So I really wanted to get this out there because it's a great source. If you ever, feel like you need someone to talk to, New York City has a great program. It's called 1-800-LIFENET, 1-800-543-3638. 24-hour hotline with trained specialists that are ready to talk to you. And of course, if it's ever, if you're ever a danger to yourself or you feel like you might be a danger to others, just, please call 911. There's always help and there's always someone, to reach out to.
We love it. Thank you for sharing that information
Thank
with
you.
us. Yes, you can applaud for it. Yana Shapiro, mental health advocate and blogger.
I'm a blogger.
Thanks for stopping
Thank
by.
you.
Okay, and you're always welcome here.
Thank you.
We have to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Open next.